All right, so today we're doing a deep dive into the Men's Resource Center of Stanislaus County. Yeah, we've got their website up here. And honestly, I was pretty surprised by some of the things they're doing.
Oh, yeah.
Like, did you know that just a $5 donation could help a guy get to a job interview?
Hmm. That's pretty cool.
We'll unpack all that and more today.
I think it's interesting how they approach the whole thing. It's not just about giving handouts. It's more like rebuilding lives.
Mm.
And they start by acknowledging that men face some specific societal pressures that we don't always talk about.
Yeah, definitely. And their website really pushes that community support angle, like with their Brotherly Love campaign. They talk about grit and determination, but also the power of this network they're building.
Yeah, that's so important. I mean, men are often expected to just deal with stuff on their own, you
Mm.
know. So the Men's Resource Center is really filling a gap by creating a space where guys can rely on each other and get help and find that sense of belonging.
Right. And they break down the impact of donations so clearly on the site. Like just $1 for hygiene. Think about that, like a guy getting a fresh razor before a big job interview,
Oh, wow, yeah.
or $5 for transportation. That could be the difference between a guy even making it to the interview or not.
Totally. And think about it like that interview could lead to a job, then maybe stable housing. And suddenly this guy's whole life is on a totally different path. It's not just a bus ticket, it's like a turning point,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. That's what I mean about being surprised. And I love that they have that Amazon wish list set up so you can actually pick out what you want to donate, socks, work, boots, whatever.
That is brilliant.
Yeah.
That way they know they're getting exactly what they need,
Yeah.
and the donor knows their money is being used well.
Exactly. And it all goes straight to the Help is Hope Foundation. So
Mm.
there's that extra layer of transparency and trust.
It's not just about throwing money at a problem, it's about being part of the solution. And it really speaks to this larger issue, the needs of men in our society that are often ignored. The Men's Resource Center is tackling that head on.
Okay, let's talk about the donations of actual stuff.
Yeah.
Because they have a pretty wild list. Tools, car parts, even collectibles. They have a whole Man-Mart salvage shop where they sell some of the donated items.
Yeah, I saw that. It's pretty cool. I was looking at that list and thinking, like, imagine if someone donated a tool set. That could give someone the ability to learn a trade. Maybe they become a carpenter or a mechanic, and suddenly they have a skill that can support them and their family.
Absolutely. It's about restoring dignity and self-reliance. But of course, they also need those straight-up cash donations too, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure. That keeps the lights on,
Yeah.
funds the website, program development, and all that.
Makes sense. And then there's donating time, which is a whole other level of involvement. You can even do stuff virtually, like writing for their website or being on the board of directors.
Wow.
It's pretty impressive.
It's amazing that they've created so many ways for people to get involved, whether you have $5 or 5 hours to give.
Yeah. I was really interested in the mentorship opportunities. Just thinking about the impact a positive male role model can have on a young guy who's struggling.
Yeah, just that human connection,
Yeah.
sharing experiences, offering guidance. Sometimes that personal touch is more valuable than any material thing.
Definitely. No, and anyone's wondering about the tax stuff, it's all tax deductible through their partnership with the Help Us Hope Foundation.
Oh, that's good. That makes it easier for people to donate. And it's a good incentive, too,
Yeah.
giving back and potentially getting a little something back at tax time.
Exactly. Okay, are you ready for this? They have this breakdown on their website called Coffee versus Transformation. It's like, what can your $5 latte actually do?
Ooh, I like that. Makes you think.
So $5 your coffee, that's 4 hygiene items for a guy. $10 a quick lunch could be a full meal for 2 men.
Wow.
It puts things in perspective.
Yeah, it does.
$50 maybe what you spend on a night out? That could get a guy tools for job training.
It's amazing how much impact these small contributions can have.
They're not asking for a ton.
Yeah, they're just showing how we can all help.
Exactly.
Yeah, it really makes you think about your own choices.
Totally. And I think that's what's so powerful about what they're doing at the Men's Resource Center. It's not just addressing the symptoms they're getting at the root of these issues that men face.
Exactly. And they're really clear about what those challenges are. Food insecurity, past trauma, job loss, housing instability. I mean, those are serious problems. They can really spiral out of control if they're not addressed.
Yeah, and it's easy to forget that behind those statistics, there are real people,
Yeah.
with real stories. They actually have some testimonials on their website from men who have been through the programs.
Oh, wow.
And it's pretty powerful stuff.
Yeah, hearing those personal stories makes it so much more real. It's not just some abstract problem. It's impacting our community. Could be your neighbor or someone you see at the store.
Right. And what I find interesting is they don't present these men as victims. They focus on their resilience, their desire to change.
That's a good point. It's about giving them the tools to succeed on their own terms.
Yeah, it's like they're saying, we believe in you and we're here to help.
Exactly. It's about hope and possibility.
Okay, so we've talked about how to support them, but what are these donations actually going towards? What are the core areas they focus on?
Well, they have several key areas. Mentorship is a big one, which we talked about. And they also provide emergency resources like
Right.
food, clothing, temporary shelter for men who are in crisis situations.
That's so important to have that safety net when you're at your lowest point.
Definitely. They also have outreach programs to connect with guys who might not even know about these resources. They go out into the community, build relationships, meet people where they're at.
It's about making it okay to ask for help.
Right. And then there's their post-incarceration support program, which is really crucial.
Yeah, I can imagine. Men coming out of prison face a ton of obstacles.
Oh, yeah. Finding housing, getting a job, reconnecting with family. It's a lot to handle. And without support, the chances of ending up back in prison are really high.
That makes sense. So the Men's Resource Center is giving them guidance, resources, and a community to help them transition back into society.
Exactly.
It's giving them a real second chance.
Yeah, it really shows how all these issues are connected. You know,
Hmm.
you can't really address one without thinking about the others.
Yeah.
It's all part of a bigger picture.
And what's really impressive is they don't shy away from how complex it all is. They acknowledge the challenges, but they also really focus on the potential for change, you know?
Yeah. They say on their website that every donation is an investment in a man's journey back to stability and success.
It's not about charity. It's about empowerment and opportunity. And second chances. It's about believing in people and helping them thrive.
So to kind of wrap up our deep dive here, what's the big takeaway about the Men's Resource Center? Well, I think we've seen that they're providing a crucial lifeline for men in Stanislaus County. They offer practical support guidance, a path to a brighter future. They get the unique challenges men face, and they're committed to giving them the tools they need to succeed.
And they make it clear that everyone can be a part of that through donations, volunteering their time.
Absolutely. There are so many ways to get involved and make a difference. Every little bit counts.
Yeah, they've really thought about how to make it easy for people to contribute, with their Amazon wish list being upfront about how donations are used. And the tax-deductible aspect through help is hope.
It's all about making it as easy as possible for people to support this cause.
Well, I think we came out of this deep dive with some great insights, maybe even some inspiration.
For sure. So as you think about everything we discussed today, I'll leave you with this question. What small act of generosity could you make to be a part of this change? Maybe check out their website, consider donating or volunteering. The choice is yours. But the opportunity to make a difference is real,